because we have events every single month leading up to the conference. We have our kickoff event October the 27th at a park in San Francisco on Fillmore.
We want to welcome everyone on here for the first times and people who have not become members yet with us. And we want to also welcome the members here to our African Trade Network.
Thank you all for coming this morning. It's such a pleasure to have you on. Our goals and visions are we want to create self-sufficient entrepreneurs, and we want to be a support to those people in America and Africa to create a symbiotic relationship with cultural exchange, trade, and helping each other in our business. We come on these meetings each week to share what we're doing, to share, to be able to create that symbiotic relationship with those people that are on. So that's what we're all about. Every week we get on. We have big goals and big dreams. We have a conference coming up next year, a trade and technology conference, to where we are excited about, and we know that all of you are going to be a part of it in some way, because we have events every single month leading up to the conference. We have our kickoff event October the 27th at a park in San Francisco on Fillmore. And then we'll have events in the Commerce Department's office every quarter. We have many, many things scheduled. So we have a lot of exciting things, a trip scheduled for South Africa in September next year. So anyway, it's a little advertisement of what we're doing and where we're going. So anyway, that's a little bit about the African Trade Network. Thank you.
We're going to go through, and we're just interested in knowing your name, where you're calling us from, your business, and how we can support you through that.
Thank you for the opportunity. I'm a proud member of African Trade Network. I was so excited to be celebrated, on my birthday, and I'm glad to meet up with us again. I am the Executive Director of Queen Casio Outreach for Community Health and Agricultural Development. Right here in Nigeria, we're doing great humanitarian services. And I'm glad that our members, especially Frank Marshall and the rest, are collaborating with us. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. I'm Ken Johnson, living in San Francisco Bay Area in United States. I'm excited and a happy member of the African Trade Network. Community development is my job with the network, and I do photography, video, and I'm working on and I'm a community advocate.
I'm Abotobichukwu from Nigeria. I actually live in Lagos, Nigeria. I'm a product design engineer, and I also added a virtual assistant to my repertoire a few days ago. So I design products for different clients. I develop those products from sketches, and I bring the products to life. So that's what I do basically. Thank you very much.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Nice to see you all looking beautiful this morning. I am in the psychiatric industry right here in California, Sacramento precisely. I take care of the mentally health challenged individuals. And it's been quite challenging with respect to infrastructures and funds right here. The government doesn't let the funding get to small business people. It's usually for the big parastatals that get it. I would appreciate if we can get a little bit of that.
I'm a co-founder of a co-working space, an incubator in San Jose, and I'm also a researcher in networks, and I study networks. And one of the main things I'm doing is I'm secretary of African Trade Network, and I've been spending quite a bit of time trying to help.
Greetings, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are. My name is Lady Queen Ejindo, the founder of Queen Casio. the well-known Queen Casio here in America and in Benue State, Nigeria. Background is in healthcare. I'm a health scientist. They call us clinical scientists. And I also have background in retiring people well. I'm in the financial system too in this country. But right now, as I'm planning to retire, my passion is to go out there and help all these people that are internally displaced, have no place to stay, have no homes because of the war, because of terrorists, because of ethnic issues back in Nigeria. All over Africa is a global issue. As my executive director just said, Bishop Collins, we are into it and we really need you all to help us. I want to thank Mr. Frank for bringing us into this. There's a whole lot more to say about this lady here, but I cannot say it in a minute. So I'll leave it at that. Thank you so much for letting me share who I am, my vision, and what I plan to do.
My name is Elisha Rochelle. I am the president of the African Trade Network for the United States, and I've had a lot going on, so you haven't maybe heard from me in the last couple of weeks. I'm a new grandmother. My daughter just had my first grandson. He's healthy, he's a week old. And I'm also taking care of my grandmother who's 93. And so I'm caring for her by myself now. My daughter was helping me, but now she has her own family and she's doing her thing. I'm also a photographer, videographer, designer. I wear many hats. I'm so glad to be here, and I'm looking forward to just focusing on my family right now, as well as doing what I can from home to build my business, even though I'm not going out as I used to so much. So I'm finding ways where I can work from home and still bring in income.
Good morning. My name is Eris Edgley, also known as Pastor Eris, ordained minister here in San Francisco, California. Been looking forward to developing a relationship with Africa. So this is just timing, it's God's timing. So just briefly, I'm on my way to meet with Japantown. It's a little community next door to us in San Francisco in the Western Addition, to also leverage support for the conference that we're having next year, use the Asian connection, that's been in our neighborhood for years.
My main purpose is developing the workforce, training men and women in several areas, mainly heavy construction, technology, the resources that we have here in the San Francisco Bay Area. I'm currently working on a project with the Sons of Allen and Bethel AME Church and developing a reentry project program where we are developing brothers and sisters who have been incarcerated. We're providing residence and training for them as they return back into our community. That's me.
Hi, Tiffany.
Hi.
So glad that you are here with us, Queen. So please tell us about your vision.
Okay, I am in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. I am from Chicago in the US, and I have an export business. It's called Collab Industries, and the main goal is to supply US markets with Tanzania suppliers, or should I say resources, spices, medicinal herbs or food supplements, as well as minerals like amethyst, clear quartz, feldspar, just to name a few.
Thank you. Where are you originally from, and why did you end up in Tanzania? And can you tell us a little bit about your experience there, being in Tanzania?
I'm originally from Chicago. I've lived all over the US a bit. Um, I've been in Tanzania for about a year and a half. I came here by default. I was actually headed to Ghana and decided to stop here as a pit stop. And then the borders closed. So we just kind of hung out here, not really sure what we're going to do, where we're going to go, how to do business. And the longer we stayed, the more we had to learn in order to survive. And here we are. The road to staying in this country has not been easy, because there's no system like in the States where we're used to. Everything has its own order. There's no order, and there's no system in place so you have to kind of create your own network of people, your own way of learning how to do business, to do's, what not to do's. It hasn't been easy. Not at all.
Okay, so sorry to hear that. The difficulties and the challenges that you are having. What has the transportation system been like out there in terms of you being able to get around to the various places that you've needed to?
So in the city of Dar es Salaam, you can get around fairly easy. There's buses, there's Bajaji, which looks like small, like go-karts. There's Bolt, there's Uber, there's motorcycles. But when you're looking to do business, you have to travel in the country, and that's not so easy, because you're going to different regions. So the entire country is not developed. Most of it is not developed. So that's kind of challenging. Some, like for the minerals, I have to go to mines. And a lot of the places you can only get there on a motorcycle. Like there's no car, no pickup, nothing's gonna get there. You have to get on a motorcycle. So there's things like that, but it's all like a learning curve. Once you see this country and it changes your perspective, and you can't unsee it.
Right.
It's been eye-opening.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Continue, please.
It's been eye-opening, very challenging, but I'm seeing signs of light now. The most important thing, I believe, is the network. A place like the African Trade Network is huge and pivotal for it. Could have made a whole difference in our struggle. Like I said, everything that we know, we have pretty much learned on our own. Like so a network like this is very, very pivotal, and it could be the difference in success for a lot of people, failure or success. I believe it can change the trajectory in a lot of stories.
Thank you so much. I know that I'll just say you were talking about networks before. Can you tell us, because I think it was really important how you had spoke about networks. Can you tell us what you mean by networks and the challenges?
Yeah. So even coming to this country, or almost any other country where you're not a citizen, you can only stay for a limited amount of time. So here's 90 days. Well, a lot of people, you have to leave physically and go to a neighboring country every 90 days because you're not allowed to stay in the country more than 90 days. Well, you need someone to help you with that process. setting up a business. Yes, there's attorneys. Yes, there's tons of lawyers, but they need to be vetted, meaning that they have your best interest in heart, that they are actual lawyers or attorneys in the field where you're trying to pay them to serve you. Even looking for housing, people will show you a house that's already rented, or they will show you a house that's not theirs to show, or because you have to pay per, it's like a real estate agent, but here you pay for every house that they show you. Like it's about $20 per house per property. Well, they want the $20. So they'll show you a house that's not even for rent. If they know it's empty, it could very well be their own house, but they want the $20. And you also pay, usually you pay your rent for a year or 6 months up front. So this is not like $500-600 you're talking about losing. This is $5,000-6,000. So you need a network to help you with these things. It's really imperative. Even as far as immigration laws, there's immigration workers that will give you the wrong information. And then because everywhere has their own system, and it's the money-making system off the Mzungu is what they call you, foreigners, Mzungus. So they see you as money, and any way they can make money off of you. If you don't have a network, if you don't have people in place to help you, to assist you with these simple things, you will fall victim to the system that doesn't really exist.
Wow. We are out of time. I do want to give you the opportunity if there's any last things you'd like to share with us or any last thoughts.
I believe that even with all the hiccups and the learning curves, that I believe this is one of the biggest challenges that I have faced, but the reward is so much more than that. Here you can create generational wealth. It may cost you some money up front, with the business fees and the red tape and blah, blah, blah. But once you get around that or get through that, things that it would have taken you to accomplish 5-6 years in the US, you can do in 2-3 years. Once you have that network established, life, business gets really easy. And that's where I'm at now. I think you guys are in the right place, especially with this African Trade Network and the resources that's provided and the networking. It makes a huge difference. So whichever country, I think you should stick with it. Start something, anything, even if you just invest in someone else's business. It's a lot of those. A lot of people that have businesses that want to go to the next level and they only need like $4,000. That's how I got into mining. So I didn't know anything about mining before I came here.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Queen Tiffany, for those powerful words. We appreciate you. We're behind you. And we want to encourage you to just keep going forward. Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Okay. So I've saw some people who just joined us. And if you would please take a minute to share with us your vision and where you're calling us from, your vision, and how we can support you. Huey?
Hi, how you doing? My name is Huey Rose, calling you from, zooming in from London, England. I run an organization called Agators and also an organization called Manhood Academy Global. And my vision is to be able to bring 10,000 Africans to the motherland, in a nutshell. And so, yeah, definitely would enjoy the support. and see how things pan out. Thank you.
Thank you, King. Huey, and I see that Lavetta just joined us.
Well, good morning, everyone. I just recently joined African Trade Network as a member, and I'm originally from Liberia, but I do reside in California. And I'm part of several organizations that help to provide services here in my community, and as well as part of organizations that working to help to bring about economic empowerment of the people in Liberia. So we're always trying to make connections to see what what are the resources out there and how we can mobilize support for those in Liberia. So much to say, but again, it's wonderful to be part of a network that's trying to make a difference. And so thank you again for giving me that time.
Thank you so much, Queen Lavetta.
Yes, basic membership is $50. The executive membership is $250, and the lifetime membership is $1,000. And we have courses. We have almost a dozen courses online that we are starting to teach and help people to understand how to become that self-sufficient entrepreneur. That's the structure. That's what we came up with in these courses, so that we help you to plan and prepare and be ready, so that when we present you to the angel investors or we go before the Commerce Department looking to help you, we know that you have gone through rigorous training in a short period of time to be able to succeed in the business that you're working in. And those businesses are accessible online, that you can just go through and flip through and take some of those courses. But we will be starting that in September. We'll be starting some short runs of those courses. We'll do like an hour, hour and a half of touching on all of those topics that we have. We have from web design, social marketing, how to do business in Africa, how to start a business with little to no money, personal development, setting goals and personal development. And one of the things I'll just move into this before we're like at 11 o'clock right now, and Don is going to give a poem. But what I'll say is I will be starting next week going through and touching on all of one of those courses in each of our meetings that we have. And
actually, two things. But first, that I think about all the time, and I think it'd be valuable for you to think about. I think about these almost every day. And one is something that Buddha said, which is that holding on to anger is like drinking poison and hoping the other person will die. And it makes me not want to hold on to anger. The poem is by F. Scott Fitzgerald, and it was only a sunny smile, and little it cost in the giving, but like morning light, it scattered the night and made the day worth living. Bye all.
I'm gonna learn how to pronounce your name, Queen.
that was it.